Alrighty, folks, welcome to the World of Stock Car Racing League Stars and Stripes Series, presented by 1-3 Speed. Tonight we're at Martinsville. Josh, we know how the series usually goes at short tracks. What are you expecting tonight at Martinsville?
Well, Rob Hamp just posted it in the Discord. Rule 312, we can change to single file if we need to. I got a feeling we might get there tonight with 20 trucks here at Martinsville.
Bobby, are you feeling the same way, or you think this thing goes better than expected?
I wouldn't count out the possibility of it going better than we expect. Like last week, let's be real, we were all kind of pretty wrong on how that race ended up turning out. We thought we were going to have a pack race, and it ended up being a strategy race. Um, I don't know. It really kind of depends on how quickly, um, let's just say, some roughness gets shuffled out early. If we have an incident or two pretty early on where people get junked pretty hard and it whittles the field down, then I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a cleaner second half, but it's all going to depend on how the first half goes.
Right, and these guys only have a 25X limit to play with tonight, Josh. How does that change your mindset coming into a track like this?
You just got to be cautious, man. I think if I was racing this, I'd probably try and qualify up front and be able to control my own race and not be around the mess. Because, I mean, just looking at the incidents in this 1 hour practice session, we got guys close to 60. It's
Sir, of course, coming in, your playoff drivers will be highlighted in red. Mark Whitley picking up another win last week. He moves up even further ahead in the standings, but Joseph moves up to second. Underwood falls to third. Looking at these standings, do you guys think anyone at all can compete with Whitley, or is this just going to be the Whitley playoff tour?
I think we can all agree that if anyone's going to do it, it's been shown that it's going to be Joseph because he's the guy that's been able to constantly keep up with Mark Whitley. Just hasn't been able to beat him yet.
And we hand it over to you, Bobby. Anyone you're keeping your eye on to battle Whitley, or is it just the Whitley tour?
It really is going to depend, I think, on between tonight and I think he's going to be in pretty good shape for the road course that we have coming up. But if he's had a few times where we've gotten a little nervous. He has a little bit of a different strategy, and he finds himself back in a pack. And he's had a couple of close calls so far this season, almost getting caught up in stuff, but being lucky enough to not get caught up with it. If that luck runs out and he gets himself caught up in somebody else's mess somehow through a pit cycle, that is what could flip things on its head.
And of course, also, we have the non-playoff drivers also racing with us. Josh, anyone you're keeping your eye on when you look at that? Of course, we had Bryce Shoemaker, last week show out. You had to pick a non-playoff driver to keep your eye on. Who is that?
I got two, and they're OGs in the league. Ben Shelton, he's always pretty good at these short tracks. He loves them. And Lawrence, he's always pretty fast at short tracks, and he's still looking for that first year win. So he's got nothing to lose. So why not try and go for a dub tonight?
And Bobby, I'll hand that same question off to you. A non-playoff driver or two. Who are you keeping your eye on as a non-playoff driver?
Lawrence is obviously a good one to mention. He's always decent at these short tracks, and he's one of those drivers that's kind of never had things break his way. He's always kind of had the opposite of Mark's luck. Shelton definitely is the epitome of that this season. If those guys catch a break or two, go in the right direction, Lawrence, Shelton. Jim Foskett's always been a very smooth and consistent driver. He always gets junked up in other people's stuff. So I think that those would be the guys that I would look at.
I have to agree with that. As qualifying's underway, keeping our eyes on this 6 truck. Let's see if he can grab another pole in the season.
And I think I got to mention one more playoff driver real quick. Rob Hamp. He's very fast on these short tracks. So I'd definitely keep an eye on that 24 tonight.
Yeah, the 24, and I'll throw out there the 88 as well. Jordan Hand. He's had some really quietly good runs, and he's one of those guys that if there's any faltering with the top guys, he'll be right there to take advantage of it.
We talk about it. Jordan Hand goes up to second on the board with a 19.68. Whitley right now provisional pole.
And I mentioned Rob, quite the opposite for him. He's running a 22, currently P10.
Of course, Alan Wilson back out there tonight. He came oh so close that one season to winning here. We'll see if he can snatch a win tonight. Marcus Cunningham also had a good showing at Las Vegas last week. But right now, Whitley, divisional pole, doesn't look like anyone's going to touch him.
Yeah, and Alan Wilson goes P4. You're just talking about him. He's pretty good at these short tracks. Almost won Martinsville was it last season or season before?
It's about season 3, I think. So, been a while. Of course, that race had some interesting things happen in it. Marbles played an issue. As Cunningham goes 7th fastest.
Yeah, I'm looking at how the order is looking right now. If I'm someone like Jacob or Rob, playoff drivers, I'm not liking where I'm at.
Of course, only one without a ton is Josh Kreider. I don't know if the admins see it or the officials, but I'm not seeing a number on the trucks, and that driver could face disqualification.
Yeah, I'm actually showing some type of a junior motorsports paint scheme, so I don't know. We could be having a trading paints issue, possibly. I'm not sure.
We'll see as he goes 11th fastest. Some drivers are not electing to qualify. Of course, no surprise. Brian Underwood's not going to qualify. Ben Shelton. Brandon Shirley looks like a late join. Is that correct?
Yeah, just loading in right now. Jordan Kreider, though, disconnected. So, all right, put us at 20 trucks right now unless he can get back in here before the start.
We'll see. There we go. We're getting ready for the grid to line up here. 200 laps of action tonight. Stage on lap 75. We see that the top guys are qualifying. You don't want to really be in traffic here. 70, like I said, stage on lap 75. 25 X's to play with. This race is shortened a little bit from previous seasons. 200 laps. As we get ready to go for the grid, we got about 50 seconds. So before we get going, let's thank our sponsors, 1-3 Speed, Maconi Setup Shop, Next Level Racing, and ButtKicker for all their support. We finish out Season 5 here. Right now, the lowest... go ahead.
Mark Whitley very safely on the pole. So
About a tenth faster than Hand. Of course, all it takes is a good dive bomb right here.
And I'm sure we'll see a couple tonight.
I can
touching on the Kreider thing real quick. It does sound like others are seeing the junior motorsports scheme, so should be good for tonight.
Sometimes trading paints will do goofy stuff like that. So I think usually when the session changes to the race session, that might refresh it for all of us so we all see the same thing.
Of course, in the booth, I'll have refreshed the paint. So if you see a pure white truck, that's just the paint loading in. So give it a second. As the grid forms up here, we shall pull up your starting lineup tonight. Mark Whitley, another pole. I don't know how many that makes on the season, but it's getting up there. We got to be close to double digits, right?
Yeah, I think I'm running out of fingers to count them all. He's been very impressive in qualifying this year and everywhere.
Of course, Jordan Hand qualifying P2. Joseph McWhorter, we saw his tweet during the week. He is going to go full send this week. He wants to end that winless streak.
Yeah, you gotta love that mentality. He wants to beat his teammate, and it's not an easy thing to do.
Of course, Alan Wilson coming back. He hasn't got to race that much this year, but when he does, he usually runs good. P4, Jonathan Smith, P5, Bryce Shoemaker off a great week at Las Vegas, P6, Marcus Cunningham 7th, Keith Shoemaker 8th, Nick Fuller 9th, and Joshua Kreider in the 5 brings it home, P10. in qualifying. And we'll let the rest of the grid roll out. Like I said, some guys not electing to qualify tonight.
Yeah, not to say that's could be a mistake, but we'll just have to wait and see. Guys like Jordan Crider and Nathan are probably good because they'll have time to slow down, but you never know what happens behind you.
Yeah, you can say that again. As we get ready for the formation lap, it's going to be 2 laps, and then we'll go green flag racing. And this is going to be a night race tonight. As you can see, the sun already starting to set.
Yeah, it looks like our track temp is starting off about 20 degrees warmer in Martinsville, Virginia than it did in Las Vegas, Nevada last week. So there you go, just iRacing weather things.
Let's show the track temp. 89 degrees right now. How's that going to play a factor tonight?
I'm not sure how much temperature has an effect on a short track like this. Might have a little bit heavier wear kind of at the beginning, but I'd anticipate as it cools down, that'll help up with the tire wear and the grip.
Alrighty, here we go. Once they cross the start-finish line, it'll be 1 lap to green. Mark Whitley and Jordan Hand on the front row. They're going to lead us to green tonight. And make sure you remember, the Geico restart zone is in effect here, so these guys have to be on it. It's right off turn 4.
Yeah, a really easy one to see that day.
Still makes their way down the backstretch. We're going to see that pace truck pull in. There it is. They're making their way through 3 and 4. Barney's got the start flag in his hand, the green flag. And green flag is out. We're going racing at Martinsville.
Yeah, Joseph took a look. He thought better of it, but he definitely took a look. Like he said, he wants his win.
Already up to P2, though, for McWhorter. You got to watch the back here. This is where it gets hairy, especially when you got these mini trucks out here. Look at them as they fan out on the front stretch. And the 9 gets into the 7. That's probably going to be a caution, and it is. And it's a big pile up. People are just piling in. That's the simple case of, hey, I didn't expect you to break there.
Oh, let's go back and take a look at it.
Well, already an incident tonight. The 9 getting into the back of the rubbered up truck of the 7.
Yeah, it looks like Lawrence just drove way too hard into the corner there and got into the 7, and then it was a stack up from there.
Looks like Keith Shoemaker is going to get the also worse of that as Nicky Bobby runs into the back of the 48 there. And Keith Shoemaker backs it up into a brook over there. Already seeing a mess at Martinsville.
Yeah, I think the truck to watch right there would be Jacob Hoovery. He somehow is going to come out with that with little or no damage.
See Brian Underwood typing there in the driver chat. Not about backing up on the track.
I'm not sure. Let's talk about
It's
this.
The 48 when he was trying to get turned around. The 51 and the 27 were politely waiting their turn, and the 48 didn't have the backup camera engaged.
Now, of course, we all expected this to be a long night. If you're just now joining us for the first time, get your coffee out, because this is what we expect at short tracks.
Yeah, I might have to see about stealing a Red Bull that's supposed to be allocated for the wife, because I'm also on the IRC. So even once we're done with the actual racing tonight, my night is just getting started, I think.
That's right. And you already got an incident on, what was it, lap 2?
Lap 2.
Pull up your running order. Usually like to have that down for the first lap to show you the full screen, but there it is. Whitley's still your leader. We're showing lights out on the pace chart, so we're about to ready to go green flag racing.
And I think that's a good thing. Quick cautions, get this thing back. Let's get some laps under our belt.
See what these guys can do.
Do have a couple drives with 4Xs after that, so something to keep an eye on.
We'll be on X limit watch all night long here. Here we go. Nick Water backing way off.
And that's a product of that restart zone. Definitely very beneficial for the leader compared to the outside line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's anything Mark's doing specifically or if it's a product of the restart zone, but definitely a little bit of a slow start there both times. Uh-oh, we got something going on in the back here.
I believe it's going to be around the 7. Yeah, it's going to be around the 7. He called out sorry.
Looks like, unfortunately, he got into the 9, so that's the 9-second incident of the night. Oh, yeah.
It just looks like he locked up and got into him.
On a lockup or payback?
He said it was a lockup, so I'll give him benefit of the doubt for right now.
Yeah, and he was also on voice chat before Lawrence even went around, like, yelling pretty hard.
Oh.
Yelling and apologizing, I should say.
Lap 10, boys, as we cross the start-finish line. 2 cautions already.
So it's sounding like the restart rules are the reason that it's struggling tonight. Because if you're on the outside, you have to follow that pace speed. And it's definitely not as favorable up there as it is for the bottom.
Yeah, a few of the guys are just talking about that in voice chat. Basically, Joseph saying that he cannot keep up with the 6 when the 6 has the inside going around 3 and 4 there, because if he goes fast enough to stay alongside, he's going to get penalized.
We shall see what happens this restart. We might have to make a call where we clear that black flag so it doesn't make that big of a disadvantage.
Yeah, but looking at the incidents, I'll bring it up again. Looks like everyone avoided any X's there, so Harry's pretty generous there.
We should get the 1 to green here. Nope, white storm. Again, stage on lap 75 tonight.
What are the odds that ends under caution?
We'll see. I see this so much here in short tracks. People just overdrive the turns, killing each other.
Yeah, as we saw in that first incident, Lawrence just couldn't get it woed up going into turn 1 on the second lap of the race, and caused a pretty big incident there. And then the second incident was the same thing, just braking just a little bit too late, and you just can't get it slowed down. And if you're on the inside of somebody else, you end up going bowling.
That 9 truck's already looking like a short track truck.
Yeah, just to mention Marcus, he in the Discord this week set the over-under for 11.5 on cautions. My overpick's looking pretty good right now.
As So we're going to have the green flag back out in the air. Let's see if anyone takes a dive bomb. So many different braking points. You just have to pay very, very, very close attention. But you will run into the back of somebody as we see people diving in there.
And we had a little bit of contact between the 79 and 4. They keep it going, though.
5 working on the 77. He's got that preferred line. I got front though, the 6 and 32. A little gap there between the other teammate, the 22, Jonathan Smith.
Yeah, dream start for Driven Motorsports. 1, 2, 3, and going away from the rest of the field.
32 going sideways out of the exit there on 4.
Yeah, he's got a different line, it looks like, to his teammate. Trying to arc the corner and trying to get a better run.
Again, as we mentioned, he said on Twitter he was going to be more aggressive this week. We're seeing it. You know, the past few races, it's come down to the 32 and 6.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bet that it probably will end tonight, but you got to keep your nose clean. Still got a lot of laps tonight.
Of course, what Mark will face eventually, you know, when you come to Martinsville, you will run into this lap traffic eventually.
Oh, we got a car around. That's going to be the 79 Alan Wilson.
Looks like the 4 is in that as well. What happened back there?
It looked like I saw Fuller got loose under braking and tried to save it and hit him.
He got loose entering and then hit the curb there and sent him up. You can see him hit that curb there.
Yeah, that was, he just came into that corner too hot, and he might have wheel hopped.
Yep, and then he hits the curb, and that's going to send him up.
And also in that, Rob Hamp got hit from behind by Josh Kreider. They both tried to slow up for the wreck.
Now, one thing we have to mention, at the officials' disposal, they can change the restart format to single file. If needed.
Yeah, and I think we're slowly getting to that point.
Of course, you never really want to do that because it's going to put the tail end of the field way back on the backstretch for this many trucks, but they have that at their disposal if they want to use it.
Yeah, and after that incident there, Allen and Nicholas Fuller both had 6 incidents now.
Yeah, 25 X's. You are out of here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that was put in place after the wonderful clash at the Coliseum.
Yes, the crash. It was a great race.
Of course, Bobby, next year or next season, the clash, right? At the Monza Oval in the Xfinity cars.
Yeah, I think that could be just as chaotic as our clash this year, but just in a very, very different way.
Yeah, I hope everyone has their bug spray because a lot of guys will end up in the woods.
Yeah, already predicting death.
Between the woods and the wall that sticks out as you enter turn 1 there at the Monza Oval, yeah, we're gonna need some hearses, I think, for that event.
Here we go. Third caution of the night, lap 23. All 3 cautions have been for incidents.
Yeah, just to confirm what Bobby suspected, Fuller truck did wheel hop.
You have it. Here we go for another restart here at Martinsville. 6 with a great jump.
32, black flag.
Oh, no. They're going to be black flag for pace speed?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's a product of him just trying to keep up with him.
And it was cleared.
Have it. That's going to be an interesting topic after the race, I'll tell you that much. Now, you know, we go to another series. Marcus Cunningham received that same penalty, and he got BQ'd from second all the way back to last on the lead lap.
And it's already been brought up over the driver chat.
You have it. Battle for the lead.
And I'm not going to take them quick at that. Start.
Nick Warder was looking on the
Actually, what I was
outside.
starting to do, yeah.
You guys look at the replay. We're looking out front. Warder thought about looking outside there and wanted to. Thought better of it. Gets back in line. Jonathan Smith comes under fire by Jordan Hand, but he does a good job defending. Keeps third place for now, but Hand all over the back bumper with that 22.
Now looking at this restart, what was the pace speed? Is it 40?
Yeah, I believe pace speed is 40 on the nose.
If you pull up where you can type in the iRacing and you go to info, you can see what pace speed is.
I see it was 42 at the first restart line zone. 46, 40, 50. It's actually pulled ahead of the 6 at one point.
We'll see. I'm sure that's going to be a very, very interesting topic. As Mark Whitley stretching out the lead a little bit. Almost a second lead here. We go further back. Underwood working his way up through the field. Up 11 spots since the start of the race. This is what he likes to do.
Yeah, he said before the race, he gonna take it 3 wide or something along those lines. So.
Six. Going away out front. Again, no Aaron Smith tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to mention that restart one more time. Just to talk with Bobby here. Does look like he did initially jump it, but then tried to give it back. You agree with that there, Bobby?
Yeah, that's what I was just noticing. It looked like he, for like half a second, just started to blip the throttle to take off and immediately got back off of it. He was going about 42 to 43 miles an hour around the corner, so that might have been where the black flag came from, which, if that's the case, then I can definitely sympathize with Joseph, and I'd agree with the black being cleared, because I don't think he really gained any ground all the way around the corner there, and he was just pulling up to match bumpers as they got to the restart zone.
Very, very interesting.
I think it's something we're just going to let stand for now and then take another look at it after the race.
Ben Shelton up 8 spots since the start of the race. Did not qualify. 21 truck looking clean so far up to P11.
Yeah, and yeah, it ain't been his luck this year, so hopefully it stays this way.
Of course, Nick Fuller, you just saw him in that crash. Still running P6. Coming under fire, though, from that 77 of Brian Underwood. As Underwood gets a little squirrely there, he's got to lock it down or he's going around. Nathan Brookover, the first one to go a lap down tonight on the green flag as he gets passed by the leaders. Mark Whitley already running into traffic. Next one up, it looks like Brandon Shirley.
And it looks like, after that restart, looks like the lap time's pretty even along the front few. So he's got a good gap, but definitely not pulling away that much.
Coming up on the bumpers of the 85 and 48. 48's got a lot of front end damage there.
Yeah, I was involved in that first crash. Wasn't able to get it slowed down. It's 85 across the pit road.
85 could be calling that night. I've seen that before from him. He's gave up a top 3 spot before.
Yeah, he was speeding there on the pit road.
Yeah, so looking like his night will probably come to an end. As Keith Shoemaker is the next one to go a lap down. He's going to give the preferred lineup.
Yeah, giving the leader plenty of room.
Next one up for him is Jordan Kreider in that 69.
Yeah, I believe he's dealing with some internet issues, so just trying to ride right now.
Yeah, just so you guys know, I am unable to see any incidents. I'm showing 0 all the way down on my timing screen, so that's obviously not right.
Josh Guin will be in with the count. Somebody will get close to it tonight.
Yeah, I got a couple guys at 6, but nothing too serious right now. But I'm sure everyone would like Bobby to be scoring it with he's showing all 0s.
Of course, getting a little green flag action in now, but we will have a caution coming up shortly.
Yeah, about 30 laps away. We'll be getting the stage caution.
And we'll group these guys all back together.
I think you guys could both agree, most of our short track incidents are on restarts. Once we get spread apart, it's not as bad.
I would agree with that. So we just got to get there. Some people are very impatient as we see Shoemaker's got a mirror full of that 4.
Yeah, and Nicholas Fuller, another guy we expected to run well. Probably would have won Bristol, but but he's very fast and showed it again. What'd you say?
You took care of him at Bristol.
Yeah, accidentally. Brandon Shirley has called in tonight, though.
That was expected. And Underwood thought about looking on the inside there of that 4, thought better of it.
Yeah, that 4 and 77 definitely faster right now than that 96 truck. It's not easy to pass cleanly.
As we see him go around Keith Shoemaker in that 48. Keith getting all the way out of the way here of the 24 and 34, but there's contact! And as soon as I say that, the 48 and 34 get into it, and caution is out. See what happened there.
Marcus definitely not going to be happy about that one.
That was a very interesting incident because the 48 definitely made a pretty hard left there.
Yeah, to me it looks like he thought he was a little closer to the wall than he actually was, and pulled down and got in the 34. And 34, pretty good contact on the outside wall.
Saw it there live as he was passing or attempting to pass the 48. It's a lot of damage there. All right, well, we got some leaders pitting. I see McWhorter in. This is interesting. You know, we see Whitley staying outright. He just probably doesn't want to go back here into this hornet's nest.
Yeah, and talking about guys pitting, I believe the four truck going to get a black flag for, I believe, speeding.
Ah, man.
So that'll shuffle him way back.
Right then. So,
That
fourth
looks like-
caution of the night. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Looks like Marcus stayed out with his damage.
How's the front end looking?
It actually don't look that bad. Looks a little crinkled up, but I've seen worse on short tracks.
Seeing that right now, and I mean, it's actually, yeah, like you said, not that bad.
Yeah, just listening to the driver radio. It's restart going to be a very hot topic tonight.
Alright, well, driver's still upset here. What should we expect here? Do we expect chaos?
It's always a fun night. Fun night in this league.
Oh, you guys are listening to radio.
Yeah, definitely some differences of opinion when it comes to the restart rule, that's for sure.
You can see the 22's playing it safe there.
Played it very safe there. And that's really going to cause some stack up.
Keep your eye on McWhorter. We know he likes to be aggressive coming through the field.
Yeah, I just don't know where he's going to go here, though.
Yeah, definitely a couple of close calls there.
Very close to some incidents there.
Yeah, 32 and 77 definitely had a close call there. Meanwhile, Mark is just out for a nice little Sunday evening, Saturday evening Virginia drive.
And the thing is here, some of these guys pit it, so once the stage comes out, he's probably going to pit. He'll be back.
Yeah, that's that variable that I mentioned before the race. If he ends up getting himself through some different pit strategies, shuffle back a little bit, he'll end up right in that hornet's nest. And once you're back there, anything can happen.
You see the 96 getting the wall back there. Got right side damage now.
And the fall off don't look awful. So
As the 88 thought about making a big move there, it's going to stack them up, and the 21's going to get into the back of them. 88 keeps it going, though. 21 gains the spot. We've seen that out of Ben Shelton here before. I've been the victim of that.
Yeah, gave him a little bit of a bamper there.
that last lap, Joseph McCoy about 3/10 faster than Mark Whitley.
He's chasing him down. We'll see if he's able to do anything with it. sun peeks out once again. Again, this is going to be a night race, and of course, with all the cautions, this helps make it night even more.
Yeah, good thing we have lights.
Quite the battle going on back here from 7th place Jordan Hand on back. It looks like about 7 trucks kind of all right close to each other there.
As we got a battle for the lead, though, McWhorter has caught the back bumper of that 6. He's going to look inside here on the backstretch. He said he was going to be aggressive. Let's see it. You see how early the 6, hit the brakes there. 32 to the lead.
Yeah, I wonder if you're starting to see some of the grip there from the fresh tires.
And, talking about the different strategies, it's looking like Joseph's going to win this stage, but it's definitely going to make it where he'll be down a set the rest of this race compared to Mark Whitley.
We'll see if that comes back to bite him, but right now he's going to get the 10 playoff or bonus points, excuse me. First, Ben Shelton, the biggest mover of the race so far, up 14 spots. We saw that contact he had there a little bit ago.
Yeah, but running P5 right now. Running some pretty good lap times. 2/10 faster that last lap with Jonathan Smith ahead of him in P4.
Alan Wilson back here in a mess. See all the damage on that 79 in the lap 2 caution.
Yeah, but if you want to see a definition of a short track car or truck, go to that 9 truck.
Yeah, that 9 truck has seen some things.
We see McWhorter starting to pull away a little bit, but look who's catching that 6 now, the 24.
Yeah, I believe Raul was also in for 4 tires that last caution.
He was. We're seeing, the fall off might not be much, but the grip is helping a lot.
Oh, the 96 got in the wall off 4 there and caused a little bit of a stack up. Nice little evasive maneuver by the 51 to avoid further contact.
Yeah, it's been where your most intense race has been since we've been back green. From Jordan Hand on back.
Ooh, the 24 gets into the back bumper a little bit of the 6. '24 sending it in hard there. 6 not letting him have that spot. Of course, Rob Hamp. 2-time winner this year, Bristol and Dago Duel 1.
And we got a absolute hornet's nest back here behind Jordan Hand. Almost it's another caution there because Jacob and Bryce got each other.
We do have smoke on the track.
There's the 4 into the back of the 88. Give him a little bit of a bumper there to move him out of the way.
We do have a crash. Jonathan Smith is around in turn 2. That's probably going to be it for the stage. Did he get help? It looked like he might have got help there. We'll see. The 21's behind the 22. Let's see. 21 get in there. He got in there hot, and he gets into the 22. Wow.
Yeah, definitely missed a braking zone there for sure.
As Mark Whitley pits, that's going to be it for the stage. Yeah, 21 gets in there way too hot, and he's going to, make friends with the 22.
Yeah, that is going to be stage.
So Whitley got P2 in the stage, correct?
Correct.
Here we have it. It's Nicky Bobby's going to get a lap back. Now, this is what we talked about, right? Now Whitley's going to be the one in the back.
Yeah, he's in a lot worse spot than those guys that pitted last caution.
course, you guys were focused on the Hornet's Nest that was the middle pack there. We were focused on P2 there. We thought Hamp might get him.
Now you did take a look at that caution, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay, that definitely looked like Shelton took lane for that one. Got loose under braking.
Hey, Bryce, this is Scott up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Pretty tight racing down there, right? You guys are getting in a bit of a log jam down there. How you handling it?
Just trying to stay calm. My dumb self keeps on putting myself on the wall for no reason. Just trying not to ruin these guys' race. They're racing for stage points in the playoffs. So, trying to stay out of the way, but trying to keep my track position at the same time.
Sir, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, running P4 right now, I believe. How's the truck handling so far?
It's getting worse. I don't know how. I can't rotate the center of the corner no more. So, like I said earlier in the week, I'm just trying to survive at this point.
All right, Bobby, go ahead.
Well, how aggressive are you seeing things? Obviously, we've had some mishaps on restarts, but you feel like once you guys had a little bit of a run there that things kind of quieted it out, or?
Yeah, that little long run we just had, it was calm. It was calming down. Just the restarts are so hectic, especially in the back. So it's just staying up front. Once it gets 2-3 laps, it singles out and we're good.
Just a quick follow-up. Back further in the pack, are you guys noticing any kind of an issue with how the restart situation is setting up here, with how that outside lane is having to lag back a little bit to avoid getting the iRacing black flag? Is that stacking you guys up further back, or are you guys not noticing that?
I haven't noticed with Jordan when he started second. He said he had to really slow down to not get a penalty. So I think it's going to cause an issue if we get a late race restart. It's going to really get jammed up.
Ready, Bryce? We'll send you back down, man. Good luck.
Yep.
Guess we had to get him right back there as we're about to go back green. Green flag's in the air. If 24 didn't get a good jump, 32 did.
Yeah, and the 6 already to the bottom of Bryce.
Let's see how quick he makes his way back up to the bumper of that 32.
Yeah, he's already to P4, so looking good for him.
Oh, Bryce gets in there hot, almost in the back bumper of that 6. He can afford a bad race, though, but you still don't want a DNF.
You don't want a bad race. He wants to run away with the championship.
There he goes to the inside of the 4. That's going to send the 4 all the way up into the marbles. Let's see how quick of work he can make up the 24 here. 24 is probably not going to put up much of a fight. He knows it's not the battle right now.
How many guys did we have stay out on that last caution?
Well, we know the 32 did, the 24 did, the 4 did, Shoemaker, and so did Jacob Oubre, but not really making much sense for the 51.
Yeah, he's dropping right now, and you could tell. That's all I was asking, because he's definitely struggling on those old tires right now.
He's got some hungry hounds behind him, too. If he's not careful, he will get dumped. As there is almost contact between that 34 and 51. The 34 is going to go way up the track. He's going to hit the wall. Not a good night for the 34 team.
Yeah, he's kind of been victim of circumstance here a couple times now. It's almost an issue there at the back of the pack.
Yeah, and looking up towards the front, though, we're about to have a battle for the lead, and I don't think it's going to be much of a battle.
It is not. This is a different strategy.
We got trouble at the back. 00 Ricky Bobby gets turned around off turn 4.
See what happened to him. Looks like, was that net code right there with him and Jim?
Yeah, I believe so. It definitely looked like it, because he looks like he got up in the air a little bit there. At least one of his tires.
Yeah, definitely some netcode issue there for sure. There was definitely about a foot or so in between those trucks, but iRacing did not agree.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are going to hit, but not that vicious. All right, well, under caution once again.
Yeah, and I haven't talked about it for a little bit. We're getting closer. Alan Wilson up to 14 X's.
Here we go. Nick Fuller pitting, Jacob Oubre pitting, so your top 9 stay out.
Yeah, just mention one more thing. I don't think a lot of those were Alan's fault. Just that's just Martinsville.
Yes, sir.
Jacob, probably a big fan of that caution, though.
That was not a good call to keep him out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the 7 here of Melvin is going to get a lap back here. He's going to get the free pass. And that should put him back on the lead lap now. So it looks like 17 trucks on the lead lap here.
You ready to get the green flag once again?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep an eye here. Joseph in the 32 has kind of been the most vocal about the restart zone issue. So I'm going to keep an eye on him and see what kind of speed he has to do and see what the result of that's going to be.
Of course, we know that Joseph is always the most vocal driver. He'll let you know how he feels.
Yeah, I don't really know how much of a fight he's going to be able to put up, though, especially with the older tires on the truck.
Sixth caution of the night as we come around to get lap 90. Of course, this race has been shortened. Usually 250, 200 this season.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a good call based on how this race is going so far. We are getting close to halfway.
Sure. Any weather moving in?
There's always a chance for weather in the south. Just not at nighttime.
Here they come through 3 and 4. See what happens this time in the restart box.
And that's probably about the best you're going to be able to do on the outside there, Joseph did without getting a penalty.
These guys will be very vocal.
We got big wreck in the back of the
we
pack.
see it back there.
We
It's going
got
to be Nick Fuller.
Fuller almost upside
Fuller
down.
is getting a ride by the 00. Nicky Bobby's going to be the one that started that. He sends 4 around, then pounds him again, and pounds him again. And he's going to end up on his hood.
Wow.
Nicky Bobby playing the role of Jeb Burton in that wreck.
Yeah, I'm going to wreck the dog food out of you. What happened there?
I think the 00 is actually just curious what kind of rear gear that Ford truck was running tonight.
Well, I think he found out in that one.
And he wrecked the dog food out of him.
I am very curious to see the rear view from that 22 truck because he saw a lot of 4 in his mirror.
I mean, Lord have mercy. Well, okay. Seventh caution of the night. What was the over and under?
11 and a half.
11 and a half. I'll just say I just did an onboard view from the 00 there, and when the contact was made, it sure sounds like the 00 was still firmly in the throttle.
Maybe a little beef.
Yeah, we got 2 meatball flags from that. For the
That was
00 hit.
a very, very weird wreck. It just looks like he Annihilated him.
Yeah, I think dog food was wrecked for sure on that one.
We come around to get lap 95. Next time around, we should get the 1 to green.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure, but looks like the 00 and the 4 may be in for some quite extended repairs off of that wreck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same with the 00. Both gonna go multiple laps in those repairs.
Oh. Nicholas Fuller, always usually running good at short tracks. It's wiped out once again.
Yeah, and that's just a product of finding yourself back in that traffic. Definitely not very fun back there.
Lights are out on the pace car. Caution really up to 6. Evens the strategy back out.
Just a quick note, the 69 truck of Jordan Kreider got the free pass on that caution.
4 trucks called it a night after that.
I imagine so. He got the dog food wrecked out of him. There we go. We're seeing problems with the restart box. Green flag is out. Great jump by that 6. I'm seeing on these restarts is that 32 is going to have to be careful because that 24 is almost close enough to dive it in there on those restarts.
Yeah, almost had another caution there in the back. 9 truck locking up. Almost.
The 96 in the wall once again. Tight racing between the 34 and the 22. We're coming around to get lap 100.
And we made it halfway, only 8 cautions, 7 cautions.
As the 77 gets into the back of the 88, that's going to slow him up. That's going to leave him vulnerable to the 79 of Alan Wilson.
Yeah, the truck that I think that's hurting the most right now is going to actually be that 24 truck. He did not pit when most of those other guys did, so he's got 50 laps on his tires, whereas the others have about half of that. Oh, big stack up behind there.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be the 21 starting that stack up as he lets off for that 24. As it looks like Lawrence just sent it. He's going to send Jonathan Smith around.
Yeah, very big stack up. Jacob definitely the big loser on that, and then Lawrence made Jonathan Smith the big loser on it.
You can see the stack up, the accordion effect, and here we go into turn 3 and 4. Watch this. You know, we wish Lawrence was available for an interview. He looks like he's having a fun night down there. You watch that replay, that 9, it absolutely sent it. Lick the stamp.
Maybe a little bit of net code involved as well, but definitely a pretty big sim.
That's Joseph McWhorter's in. Gonna be way in the back. Way in the back. Poor Jonathan Smith, though. He doesn't get to run much. When he does, he shows incredible speed, but...
Yeah, I think he was just as fast as his teammates. But, as you said, no luck.
Yeah,
Germany
Rob
got
Hamp
stated
also waved the flag on that as well and said, you know what, I got to come get some tires as well.
Alrighty, Lawrence. Well, we saw that incident right there, man. What happened with it?
I just made an aggressive move. I don't think John was ready for after that stack up. I've got truck's a little hurt, so I need to be aggressive when I can, and that's my bad. I shouldn't have drove John like that.
Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I think the big question is, are you having fun?
I'd be having a lot more fun if I had a whole motor. The Arca Bright gang at the back of the field is to thank for that. That lap 2 deal, that 7 truck was just a lot slower than I initially anticipated. But yeah, that's short track racing, I guess. I'm screwed up my qualifying, so that's on me too, I guess. But don't think I'll be qualified next week. I've caused a couple of cautions here, so the IRC is going to be happy with me, and 22 is the 32's teammate, and I'm sure I'll be paying a little extra for that.
Yes, sir. We're seeing people wreck the dog food out of each other out there. We saw Mickey Bobby annihilate the 4. Have you seen any dirty driving out there?
Not really. I've been at the back most of the time. I literally just got the truck all the way fixed up, so I've just been trying to stay out of the crap, and haven't been doing a good job. Again, apologies to the 22 there. I wasn't trying to wreck him. I saw a hole and I went for it.
Right.
But yeah.
We're about to go back green here, so good luck.
Thanks, boys.
So Lawrence there. Wrecking the dog food out of the 22.
Yeah, his fine will be in the mail later. We're gonna find him like Dale Jr. got fined for saying that word.
Wow. But let's see how the 88 handles in the restart box.
Oh, let's see if the 88 ends up with a black flag there, because he was definitely going about 45, 46 miles an hour around the outside of the corner there.
Alan Wilson with a massive move, moving up to P2.
Yeah, no black flag there for the 88, but as you said, Alan Wilson up to P2.
As Brian Underwood with a sin.
77 sent it down in there. We all know that Brian's always pretty aggressive.
As he, I knew that was
The
coming.
21
Yep, I
turns
knew
the
that was
88.
coming. I knew it was coming. Shelton has a history of, at this track. We'll go back and look at it. Did he get help at all, or is it was just another mistake on his part?
He was on the receiving end of the bumper there from the 21.
And very interesting there. Jordan Hand with a meatball flag after that one.
Wow. As it looks like 21 gets in there a little hot, hits that curb again. We're seeing a lot of people hit that curb, huh? Telling me he got a meatball for that.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was looking at the replay. Who got a meatball?
Jordan Hand.
How did he get a meatball for that? The truck looks okay. It just looks like he got humped.
And we do have some different opinions on that, right? Between the 88 and 21.
Yes, sir.
21 saying, hey, you chopped my nose, and that's what happens.
Hey, well, Bustle getting, or not, Shelton, excuse me, getting a little aggressive out here, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get the victim. All right, Jordan Hand, well, we saw it up in the booth, man. Looks like he might have got the dog food ripped out of you, man. What happened?
I mean, he was in front of him the entire time. I mean, he said I cut him off, but I mean, I thought I was in front of him that whole. I don't know if we were on the front stretch or back stretch. I can't remember, but I mean, he said I cut him off, but I don't know what he was looking at.
Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, and it said you got a meatball there, at least by scoring. Did you get a meatball there, and how about some damage?
Pretty bad. I mean, I got hit, but I didn't think it was that bad, and it was required damage about a minute. So I don't know, man. I don't know much damage out of it. It's like I got killed, but I don't know.
Could we expect some payback if you reach the 21?
Say that until I look at the replay, but I feel like I was pretty much in the clear. I don't really know what he's talking about, but I don't know. I might send him fishing. We'll see.
You know, that is the team name. Bobby, you have any questions for Jordan?
You've kind of been kind of in the middle and towards the front there. Are you noticing anything on the restarts? Like, how bad is the disadvantage for being in the outside lane?
It's definitely a disadvantage, I'll agree, but I mean, it's not that drastic. I mean, you just got to be there and yeah, you just kind of break it right when you come out of forward there, but just a little bit. It's not that bad. I mean, I was starting in third. I did pretty good there on that opening start, but I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that last one, but yeah, it's not that bad.
Righty, Jordan. Well, don't get the dog food wrecked out of you again, man. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, if we were Alex Bowman, we'd be making a T-shirt off that quote.
Yeah, I like to stir up some drama there. I'm just asking, man. We're gonna see some payback. I mean, we're here for it.
I'll say the 21 is definitely given a little bit of front grill of that Ford F-150 to a few guys tonight.
Look at how Wilson's backing off for this restart.
It's going to cause a huge stack up. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get any radiators knocked in on that one.
Underwood takes the second spot. He's moving on up. Keep an eye on that 21. We'll see if the 88 can get back up to him as we hear contact.
When aren't we hearing contact?
That's right. Mick Warder, he's going to be in a hurry here, but he's got to get around that 96.
He needs to be. He can be in a hurry, but he needs to be patiently in a hurry.
He's going to look for the move here, it looks like. Yeah, I thought about it, but Bryce not going to make it easy. So here comes 32 with a look on the inside, maybe. That's when it gets so dangerous right here, especially at Martinsville. And you crowd a guy right there, if he hits that curb, he's coming up into you.
Yeah, if you're the inside truck there, it does not take much to get you up off the bottom there, whether it be clipping the curb on the inside or maybe just a quick little lock of a brake going in or a little bit of a wheel hop. We've already seen that several times tonight. It doesn't take much, and you'll be up into the lane of that guy who's trying to be on the outside of you.
Finally gets around him. Mick Warder up to P5.
And already looking for another spot on Marcus Cunningham.
Yeah, by the way, the 88 is on the rear bumper of the 21 as they head off into the corner, and oh, looked like the 21 gave him a little bit of a brake check.
Damn, temper's flaring.
Maybe consuming some cow products here before too long.
That's quick. I didn't expect him to catch the 21 that fast.
21 let him go.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they caught him that fast either. Maybe seeing red right now.
Of course, Ben Shelton has not hit it since lap 75. So.
Yeah, he's got about 45 laps since his last time on pit road.
Mark Whitley, lap 74. Mick Warder, lap 102, so... I will say, though, Brian Underwood is running faster lap times right now than the leader.
Brian's always been pretty good at this track.
Sure.
Showing again tonight.
Glad you mentioned that. He did pick up his first career win here.
I realize he's got fresh tires, but that 88 truck of Jordan Hand, he's still definitely got some speed. So if he can catch himself a break or two with cautions and get a lucky dog or two and get himself back on the lead lap, I wouldn't count him out of being a factor here towards the end of the race.
Sure,
Yeah, he needs quite a few.
He might get that. So. Nathan Brookover right now, though, in the lucky dog spot. And as soon as we say that, Whitley runs a faster lap than Underwood. So fuel-wise, probably not going to go green to the end, but would you say the 32 could make it last pitting on 102?
I mean, I'd guess so. With how these trucks usually run, I'd guess it'd be right at the number.
Now, how about the 6 truck last pitting on lap 74?
I'm not sure. I guess that might be a little too much.
Well, pit stop lap. Last time they were on pit road.
Yeah, you know, we usually make a judgment call on fuel windows based on, you know, like the green runs and stuff, but we really haven't got that today.
Of course, Brian Underwood up 16 spots since the start of this race. The water not catching Underwood as fast as you would think. A lot fresher tires, but of course we've had a lot of caution laps. As the 79 gets way up into the marbles, that's going to cost him the spot. As it's tight racing back here between the 79 and 96.
I feel like wherever Bryce has been, that's where the most intense race has been tonight.
Alan Wilson holding on to that P5, but he's got a hungry 96 right behind him.
Yeah, that 79 has not been on pit road for the last 55 laps, so.
I thought he was going to look on the outside there. That was going to be a bold move. Of course, that is his teammate behind him in the 24, so he might have a little, give me some room here.
Looks like we had 77 got out of shape in turn 3 and 4, but was able to gather it back up. He definitely lost some spots, though, or lost some position at least.
24 is on the inside of the 96. He's going to get that pass done.
Yeah, talking about what Bobby was just talking about, looked like the 77 tried to drift the corner. Very good save there by Brian.
Yeah, it actually didn't get caught when we had that last incident involving the 9, I believe, there in turn 3 and 4 at the same time. The same thing happened with the 77 at that point. He went off into 3, and I don't know if he locked up the rears or wheel hop, but he had a really close call back simultaneously when the crash was happening behind
79!
him.
Got really loose. You guys go back and look at the replay there. He was looking for, in the 96.
Oh, and the 96 drifts up.
You guys rewind that there. You'll see the 79. He was looking head on to the inside wall.
Yeah, he definitely don't know how he got that one straight.
I thought the 79 was on the wall there.
Lawrence is around.
Yep, he's around, but he's going to maybe save it. That might bring out a caution. It's not. He's on the little banking there, curbing, excuse me, no caution.
Definitely not the night he was looking for.
Not at all. I got front though, Whitley. Running on some lap traffic. Who's that way up in the marbles there? Is that the 48? It is. We've seen this before from the 5. He doesn't like letting 6 by.
Looking back through the field at these lap cars, we got a little contact up there.
6. Look at the 5. Actually, number 5 sends it right here. Oh, man. Kind of slowed him down a bit there, did he not?
Yeah, lost a couple tenths there. But like I was trying to say, Jordan Hand about to pass Nathan Brookover on the track. be the first car 2 laps down.
And so he works it around the 5. 5 gets a little loosey-goosey there, up in the marbles a little bit. He's got a lot of damage on that 5 truck. All right, Bobby, so...
Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Rob
okay.
Hamp goes around.
All right, do you have some help?
Just caught out of the corner of my eye. We'll take a look here. Oh, yeah, he had some help from, looks like the 22.
It just looks like I'd say that's probably an deal right there, but definitely did get into the back of them on the corner exit.
Yeah, the 24 entered the corner pretty high. I think he was trying to diamond it off the corner there and just came across the nose of the 22. I didn't see the 22 really do anything wrong there.
A big incident there, right? Well, I was going to ask you about fuel if this thing goes green, but that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, you could throw all that out the window. I got a feeling this will be the last time we see these leaders in.
So we expect Mark Whitley probably to win the race off pit road here. We'll see, though.
I wonder if anyone will try anything different here. Maybe 2 tires somewhere.
Oh, it's going to be close off pit road. The 32 is going to beat him. Wow.
Man, that's going to be pretty big there because Mark's been in control of these restarts most of the night, and now he's going to be on the outside of it.
We're going to pop that up because I can see what the problem was here.
Actually,
Yeah,
his
looks
leader
like the
is Jordan
32.
Craig.
The 32 had about a half a second faster pit stop.
I'd expect the 69 to pit here.
Yeah, I think you got a couple guys up here. Looks like they're trying to take a wave around. I believe that includes the 88 of Jordan Hand trying to get one of his laps back.
It looks like the 69's staying out.
That's going to be a disaster. You guys pit him on lap 86. But we'll show you why Mick Water beat him off pit road here. We'll show up the pit lane time. As you can see, Mick Water was 49.9 to Whitley's 50.2. And we can check you the pit stop time when they got in the pit box. It was 14.7 to 15.8.
And should the 27 and 88 be waved here?
They have not been waved yet. But yeah, it looks like that 69 is staying out, so this is a disaster for the 32.
Yeah, and the 69 truck is on 57 laps since his last pit stop, so that's going to be very interesting to see if he's going to be able to accelerate once they get to the restart zone.
This is the reason I called it a disaster, not because Jordan Crowder's a bad driver, but this is going to cause Mick Water to not get that good restart. It's going to let the 6 get a great restart.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see somebody send it up the inside 3 wide going into turn 1 here, because I do not anticipate that 69 truck's going to get a good launch here.
Who's loving that, though, is that 88 truck. He's 1 lap down now. He's got a shot to get the lucky dog. If we
I
get
think
a
we're going to have a
caution.
caution here. This is a very bold move by the 69. Let's see how it plays out, though. As Mick Water, is he going to get black flagged?
No black flag there.
No black flag. He's clear. What a restart for the 32. Keep your eye on the 69, boys. I think it's going to be a log jam. He's going to get out of the way.
Yeah, he's just going to pull over and say, all right, that was enough.
Why not just pit?
Sure what the strategy call was there.
He threw a Hail Mary there.
I mean, there was no chance that was going to work. Tire difference. 96 in the wall.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was trying to get any kind of points for leading a lap or what the thought was on that. That was a head scratcher.
Keep your eyes on the 77 and 6 here.
Yeah, and I'm also looking a little bit further back. 88 and 24. That's for lucky dog if we get another caution here. Both of those trucks are very fast here tonight.
Yeah, the key for those guys, though, is if there is any kind of a caution, they cannot be involved in any way, shape, or form, or else iRacing will not give them the free pass.
6 looking on the inside.
That's not an easy guy to pass. So.
Wood's going to make them work for it. McWhorter's loving this.
Yeah, making the 6 use up some tire there.
It's going to be hard
They
for
both
Brian to
got
defend
loose.
that.
I think they both got loose off that last corner.
6 can just get in the gas more quicker. Well, here we go again. Winding down the laps here. It's the 6 chasing the 32. We've seen this at Richmond. In Texas. Of course, the 6 coming out on top of that. How about Jonathan Smith, though? Bouncing back to run P4.
Yeah, he showed he had a fast truck early on, got some incidents, and he's bounced back very nicely. But that battle for the Lucky Dog pretty much over now. Hamp on some newer tires than 88.
Watch the lap times. Whitley a little quicker that last time by, but not by much. See what it is this time by. Almost around 2/10 quicker.
Yeah, and they are getting close to lap traffic already.
So this is going to play a factor.
Because Jordan Kreider is almost 2 seconds slower than them.
As you can see, your top 6 is dominated by Chevys. Everyone in the top 6 is a Chevy. You're only Toyota is 6, and you got 2 Fords, 9th and 10th. We transitioned to fully nighttime almost. We're almost fully there. Who's going to be better at nighttime? You know, nighttime's the right time.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to see how these teammates race each other for the win.
Yeah, if past precedent is anything to go off of, these two usually do not really give each other much space at all. They almost take more joy out of outrunning each other than they do the rest of the field.
Hey, what boys? If McWhorter does not win this race, he's going to be very, very disappointed. But he's that 6 just looks better right now. But
Pretty much similar lap times right now, though.
as you called it, you know, Gordon Crowder was the leader on that last restart. Here they come to lap him.
Just shows you the pace these front two are running right now.
He's going to get out of the way of the leaders. They're good racing by the 69. Next up, 27. As here comes the 6. We're on board with him.
And 27 going up way high to stay out of their way.
It looks like they're trading lap times back and forth there. It looks like that last lap, actually, the 32 is a little bit quicker.
And behind these two, they put almost 3 seconds behind them back to the third German Motorsports car, Jonathan Smith, who's working his way back up to P3.
Pop up the lap times on the bottom of the screen. They ran the same exact lap time last time by.
1/1000th of a second difference, it looks like there, according to my screen.
I mean, these guys are very evenly matched. Now, one thing I will say, if you know, we've seen them before. How's the 5 going to react when these guys catch them?
I was also going to mention maybe some tire wear coming in factor later on, but it definitely looks like the 6 is pushing harder than the 32 right now, especially on corner entry.
What can Joseph do here? We've seen him struggle before on the long runs. Can he keep it together?
You see that 6 gets right up to his bumper in the entry. Loses a ton on exit.
Can he force the 32 into a mistake? Very easy to do here.
Hey, you got the curb on one side and you got marbles on the other side.
We've seen the marbles
Yeah, it looks
really
like
nice
the 32 takes a little bit wider arc into the corner there, so the 6 is charging the entry pretty hard. So if anything, he's going to be wearing out that right front tire a little bit quicker than that 32 is going to be.
And they are coming up on some more lap traffic here.
That is the 5 in front of the 88.
And the 69's pulled the pit road. That's actually the 5, the 88, and the 48. 3 trucks under a blanket right there. And that's the last thing Joseph wants to see.
Oh, he's going to be screaming on the radio probably. You guys let us know. Here they come.
Yeah, 48's going to, well, maybe.
Yeah, he
I
is.
know, it's, yeah. I wasn't sure what he was doing there for a second.
Now, here's a fast truck they got to pass now. The 88, he's got speed.
Yeah, I think the 88's struggling a little bit though. He was not able to pit, I don't believe, when he took the wave around that last time. So he's got about 60 laps on his tires. That's why he's struggling.
He's gonna let the leaders go. Now, here's the truck I was worried about. We got a caution.
Oh,
now.
we got a
Shoemaker's
yellow.
around. Shoemaker's around. Price Shoemaker. Did he get help? It's looking like he might have. Let's see.
It looks like he was by himself and just got into the
Okay.
corner too hard.
Yep. Keeps it out of the wall though, but he's going around.
And I'm very interested to see what these leaders do here.
But did that answer your question? McWhorter is going to hit. They committed.
Let's see if anybody tries to stay out. They got about 30 laps since they pitted.
I think you have to know what Jordan Crowder did and say, okay, that didn't work. This could be the race for the win here. If you get second here on this restart, you could fall back to third or fourth.
Now, what about taking 2 here?
I don't know. We're going to see, though. 32's into his box. Here's the race off. Who's going to win it? Jack just now coming down for the 6. Jack up on the left side for the 32. Jack up now for the 6. 79's going to get a good exit off pit road. Mark Whitley's going to fall down to third.
What's going on with the 6 here as he pulls off pit road?
Did he get a penalty?
Showing a penalty right now.
Is he just having issues right now?
Oh no. That's going to be a disaster for that 6 truck if he got a penalty there.
Are we showing a penalty, Josh?
Still no penalty being shown.
He's letting people by, though.
Very slow down the front straightaway here. I'm not sure what the situation is.
I was going to ask you guys if that was a calculated move to come out third, right? Because you don't have to worry about starting second. I tell you what, if he did get a penalty, that might do his night.
I am not sure what's going on here.
We hearing anything over the driver radio?
No, radio
I got-
is quiet.
Complete silence. Nobody saying anything.
Wow. We don't get much information up in the booth. But what I can tell you is Lawrence Shaughnessy is going to be starting P3. If this lineup's correct, and if this pace truck comes around, I think the 27 needs a wave around. He should get it, though. Alright, I guess the lineup is official. Whitley's going to be starting P12.
Man, it's not showing me any flags, so I'm not sure.
He's got to have one. I don't think he'd just give up all them spots.
Yeah, he's dropped. He's not dropped all the way to the tail end though, so I'm not sure.
Trying to do a last to first challenge. We'll see though. Okay, McWhorter the leader. That's 79 second. Shaughnessy with a broken car up here. Green flag's out. The great jump by the 32. Keep your eyes on that 6 guy. Shaughnessy to P2. Oh, Lord. Gonna get very tight back here, boys.
Oh, the 6 got some contact. Oh, we got more contact. Big wreck behind him.
Yep, no caution.
I'm shocked that's not a...
No caution. We got trucks around. We got trucks
Sitting in
around.
the middle of the racetrack.
We got trucks around. Caution's out. Was that an iRacing caution?
No, I threw that.
Was very strange on the iRacing side of things. We had multiple trucks around backwards in turn 4, and iRacing kept the blindfold on, apparently.
Leaders are way too close to that one. I think it was the right call to call that, or they would have come up on a mess.
Looks like Keith Shoemaker's going for a ride. Oh, my Lord. How was that not a caution?
Yeah, he had multiple trucks backwards there. That was really strange. I believe the 6 did get some contact there in the checkup.
So usually we only do iRacing cautions here, but that obviously had to be a caution. We have leaders coming at a rapid pace. And we have hit the over, though. 12th caution of the night.
Some comments here on driver chat talking about some black flags on that last restart involving the 5 and the 88.
Very interesting. We come to get lap 20, or 20 laps to go here. Nightfall has descended. We're not done with the cautions, I feel.
No, what caution was that?
That was 12th, where we were on the over. If you're just now joining us, Whitley not up front. We don't really know what happened. He wasn't showing a penalty, but he's going to be restarting 12th. So perfect scenario here if you're this 32, right?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. We still got that restart to look at from the start, so.
Elaborate on that, Josh. What do you mean by that?
The one where Joseph got the black clear.
And what would potentially happen to him?
I believe with Marcus, we put him to the end of the lead lap cars, right?
It's true, so we'll see. Are we potentially racing for second place here?
I don't know. We'll just have to look and see what happens. Because it did look close to me.
But anyway, we still got a restart to do. Here we go. 32 gets a great jump. The 9's going to be at a disadvantage here. And here comes Brian Underwood. We are about to see some all-time sins here. Just keeping eyes on Whitley. We'll see what he can do here. Make the progress up. He's got a lot of trucks to pass, though, if he wants to win this race.
He's on damage control right now, for sure.
And laps tick off quick here, so... He had a little bit of a buffer to play with, but, you know, the guy in second is currently winning this race.
Oh, no. Oh, we got the 21 on a big wreck in the back here.
Wow, you called it big wreck. Did he get some help? Oh, again, Shelton into the corner too hot. He goes around. Wow.
And he got a meatball.
34 with nowhere to go. And then, oh, man, the 96 coming in there pretty good as well. And just getting collected.
Shelton, once again, getting in too hot. Yeah. That'll do it every time. Rice with heavy contact. Rice get a meatball.
No.
Surprising. All right, boys. Well, Whitley's up to P7. Not got a lot of time, though. When we go back green, it'll probably be about 12 to 11 laps to go.
More chatter over voice chat here, and Lawrence, who helps us with some race control during the races, was definitely giving his opinion on the restart zones and saying it was definitely, he did not like the situation that he was in there.
Bad situation there, so. Should be lights off on the pace truck. Next time around.
Looks like we got our good buddy Michael Bustle in the chat tonight, telling says somebody needs to tell Ben to speed it up. I hate to break it to Michael, but he sped it up a few times tonight into the back of other vehicles.
Sir.
Yeah, I believe 21 needs some brakes.
Yeah, I've been took out, you know, by him before here, for that same reason.
I think we'll throw Michael a bone here and say perhaps Shelton should visit his local Napa Auto Parts and pick up some new brake pads.
Now, what is Brian going to be able to do on this restart?
We'll see. Here we go. Green flag in the air.
Great jump by the 32 there.
Man, Brian was able to stay even through the box. Just really good timing by Joseph there.
I'm around getting behind laps to go. Whitley, what's he gonna do?
We got a car
Oh,
around.
we got one around in the back. That looks like that was the 7.
He's around on the back stretch, no caution. Spinning around. He's good and back going. Got to going just in time because here come the leaders.
Keeping an eye on that one.
Yeah, I think if you're the 6 here, you don't want. I mean, yeah, you'd like to grab an extra place or two here. Oh, both him and the 22 in the wall off turn 2.
Those are teammates there, so or they're in the same Discord. He's probably telling his teammate he needs that spot more.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think if you're Whitley, you don't want to push too much here because you're inside the top 5. So even if Joseph wins the race, you're not going to lose that many points here as long as you get a good, safe top 5.
He's got a top. He's looking for podium here, which is a surprise. Where he restarted a few laps ago, but let's see if he can get it. He's got Alan Wilson to pass. But out front, Mick Water in control, not really under any pressure. Josh, are you? Do we need the little FIA under investigation thing by his name?
I don't know if I can go that far. Just something we have to look at.
Well, I mean, I think you have to because it potentially, as you said, could take away the win.
Are we referring to the early clearing of the black flag?
Yes, sir. As Whitley does find his way into the podium spot.
I'm not sure what happened there. Some kind of an issue with the 47?
But here he comes through 3 and 4. He's going to see the white flag once he comes off turn 4. White flag is out in the air, sponsored by Bailey Auto Parts.
Oh, I wonder if did the 47 hit his incident limit?
47 and 34 hit their incident limit.
You go, big X limit. As the 77 goes for a gamer move, he's gonna nail the outside wall, but it's gonna be Mick Water who wins at Martinsville. And you have Ryan Underwood do the Kyle Larson at Darlington. Imagine if he won that race about that. Alright, Josh, you want to tell Mick Water he's under investigation?
No, Bobby, that's you, bud.
I mean, I have an opinion on it for sure, but I don't know if we need to have further discussion on it. I think given that Lawrence came in and said, "Hey, I experienced a really rough situation when he was in the same spot," I'm thinking it's probably going to be fine.
Well, the big thing is no one else was really black flagged for it and got one cleared. That's the big thing we're going to have to look at. But as it stands, he is the winner right now. I believe that's his first of the season as well.
It is.
Yeah, he's been right on the cusp of several wins this season, and he finally gets it done.
That move by Brian, I love it.
Trying to win it all there. The might have a little bit of a incident between the 34 and 47, causing them both to get X's there.
Yeah, already in the messages.
Jim was very unhappy in voice chat when it happened too.
Yeah, Jim not happy.
Well, on that note, let's get these top guys in here. Of course, the results are unofficial at this point. Investigation into the night.
We get to start with Mark Whitley. We usually end it with him. Let's bring him up if you're ready.
Go for it.
Marcus, Josh in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, P3 tonight, you had a really fast truck. What happened there on that one pit stop? Were you black flagged?
Yeah, I was trying really hard to try to beat Joe out the pits, and I was sticking around 35, 36. Pace speed's 35. I went to 36 too many times, I think, and it gave me a black flag. So it was fun. Little hairy getting back up there, but thankfully we were able to get back up to third. Race, and the whole race was pretty good for us. Just a little bad luck on some pit stops that cost us a chance at the win.
Hey, but you restarted that one restart P12, but you bring it home tonight P3. You got to feel good about that, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was really worried about getting in a big wreck and stuff. It was very interesting. Out front, it wasn't too bad, but back in the pack, it was so crazy. We had a lot of cautions. Although I feel like we had a lot less than what we were worried about, and I think only 13, which is a lot. But I mean, we had a lot of green flag runs, so it was pretty good. Feel like we had probably the best car on the short run. Long run was more of a toss-up, but just it was mainly a matter of whoever was in front of who. So, happy with a third place. Happy and disappointed at the same time. I know there's a little bit of controversy with the restart rules and stuff. I think if we're going to use the restart zone, we got to follow it how iRacing has it right now. So if we're going to use them, you got to use them. You can't just pick and choose. If you're going to halfway use it. So that's my 2 cents on it. But good race tonight. Good race for all Driven Motorsports. 3 in the top 5, 1, 3, 5. So pretty good night. Congrats on Joseph. I know he been wanting to win lately. Wish you could have run him, actually raced him for it, but it'd be interesting to see how the points shake out, especially if you get a penalty for that early restart jump. We'll find out, I guess.
Yes, sir. And I want to let you know that the results right now are still unofficial. Will be reviewed throughout the night.
Well, like I said, it was a good run. It was way more green flag than I thought. He was fast. There was, me and him, I felt like we were tit for tat. Wish we could have run up there with him, but I went a little bit too fast, and I had to serve mine, so I came back through. Thankfully, we were able to get back to third. That was a little crazy there on some of those restarts. I just knew we were going to get junked, but we got lucky. Just trying to hold on to this points lead as long as we can, trying to build it up if we can.
Bobby, you have any questions for Mark?
My question would be, you were up there at the front on a lot of those restarts, but you were usually on the inside. How big of a difference was it between inside and outside line? Do you think there's a little bit of a case to be made on Joseph's side, or how do you see it?
If you want to go in the gray area, maybe, because if you're trying, the one excuse you can use is trying to keep it even. Well, that's the restart zone, the way it works, since they implemented it, both the lead cars up there at the front, it gives you, it's like pit road speed. It gives you a number, and if you go over that number, it penalizes you, or if you go early, it penalizes you. So it just so happens this track, the inside groove is so tight that the outside, even though it's just right outside of it, you get a little bit more of a cushion there for the leader. Which, argument can be made, a leader should get an advantage, but I think like I said, if we're going to use it, we have to use it the way it's done now. We can't just make up rules as we go. If we want to scrap the idea and go back to how we've been doing it all season, would just go whenever the pace car's off, that's fine. But I feel like if you're going to use the restart zones, you have to use it the way it's implemented right now. You can't just pick and choose. That's my 2 cents with it.
Alrighty, Mark. Well, P3 tonight. Anyone you want to thank?
Oh yeah, big shout out Harpoon Designs. Brantley, he actually did a paint scheme for me, Joseph, and John. All 3 of us here running our playoff schemes. Looks awesome. Check him out, harpoondesign.com. And if you want to check out some other stuff he's already done, he's got, I think last I checked, he's got over 1,600 of them on trade and paint with all different kinds of cars. So check him out. And then my other sponsor, Shop Angry Duck. They're your one-stop shop for all your custom racewear, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, pretty much everything you can think of. They can make something custom for you. No order limits. You can just order one item if you want to. So check them out at shopangryduck.com. And then a big shout out to my family. They're always tuning in for these broadcaster races. It's always good to have their support group. Whenever we win a race, we've won a lot of them this season. So they're always a good support group when that happens. But also, like, some of these races, not so much tonight. We still got the third. But some of these races, I've had in other leagues where I finish, 15th, 20th, get wrecked out or something. They're always there to cheer me up. So I always appreciate their support. And then one more shout out to you guys putting on the broadcast. It should be fun. It should be interesting to go back and watch. I know it seemed like there was a lot of carnage toward the back, so it should be interesting to see what happened. And I don't know if it's a shout out or a good luck to the admins getting all this stuff straight tonight. Y'all have a hard job, but y'all can do awesome work. So we'll see how things pan out, and we'll just go on to next week and try to win there.
We'll see you at Canadian Tire.
Sounds good.
All right, well, you heard it there from the third place finisher. What's your recap on that?
I mean, he's in a tough situation. I mean, for him, I see where he's coming from because he was the leader, and he got the black flag, so I can see where he's coming from. I can also see where Joseph's gonna. I got a feeling Joseph's gonna say, what he was saying during the race. So it also makes sense from his perspective. So it's gonna be one interesting.
Yeah, I was watching it on a number of the restarts. I was just whoever was on the outside line. I was watching how fast they had to go just to maintain, and it was pretty frequent to see 42, 43 miles an hour on whoever was in the outside, and they were still losing a little bit of gap to that leader. So we'll see how we'll get into chat with some of the other guys in race control and see how they want to handle it.
Yes, sir. Well, let's bring in P2, Brian Underwood. Brian, man, you got a copy?
Yeah, I have you.
All right, man. Well, I saw you go for that pro gamer move there in 3 and 4. What was the reason behind that? Kyle Larson?
Hell, you can't pass hardly at all unless you're on their ass. So, I mean, it was worth a shot. There was a good gap behind me, so I figured YOLO.
Now, of course, there's this talk about this penalty in the air, so you potentially could also maybe get the win, but we'll see how that plays out. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think the restarts are broken. It's a little too soon to use them. I think he should obviously get the win. Just you're on the outside, you get screwed.
All right. Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, Skylar said video game move. I call it a high IQ move. You almost got the win from it. How was your truck tonight?
Did you say hi?
High
Oh,
IQ,
no.
yeah.
So it was pretty good. I don't think I had much for Mark. I feel like I was all right with McWhorter. Just having the right tires at the right time and putting yourself, keep it clean. I felt like I had a good shot there. I just needed maybe 5 more laps, maybe make a move.
Sir, Bobby, any questions?
I mean, it's been a little while, I think, since we've gotten to chat with you here after the race, getting a podium. Good seeing you back up here. How aggressive did you? I mean, obviously we saw how aggressive you were at the end. Did you have to be pretty aggressive all night to fight your way up there and try to keep up with some of these guys who have been kind of making a show of things all season long?
Really taking it mellow with the first timer laps and started in the back and worked my way up there, and then towards the last 60, 70 laps I wanted to try to stay up front. Just worked out with how the cautions went, and track position was huge. I mean, you had to have a huge run and dive bomb on somebody, and you've seen a lot of people lose their rear end doing that. Just track position was huge.
All righty, Brian. Well, P2 tonight, as of right now, anyone you want to thank?
Thank you all guys for setting it up, and I mean, look, 21 drivers?
Yes, sir.
Almost the end of the season. Pretty good. It's enjoyable.
Very well. We'll see you next week at Canadian Tire, man.
Rip.
Yo, he's sound like he's looking forward to that, Josh.
He's gonna have a lot of fun there. I feel like a lot of people will.
I feel like we may have that incident with it. Eat it.
I might have to get into practice and try it.
So, before we bring the winner up, Lawrence was the official that cleared it.
Yes.
Okay, so what we want to do, we want to get his word on it, how he cleared it, and what's going on. Hey, Lawrence, you got a copy?
I do. I don't know why you pulled me up and not the winner.
Because we want to talk to you first. You are the official that cleared the flag that everyone's talking about. So we want to get from your viewpoint what the mindset was behind it.
So let me break it down for you where I was at with that. In the moment, I cleared the black flag immediately, and then I told Josh to look at it. Josh came over text chat to the admins and said, hey, it's all good. He sped up 3 miles an hour to hold up with the lead. In talking to the 32, so that was what happened in the moment. Cleared the black flag, so it didn't affect the result of the race if we decided the black flag was not correctly applied for the situation. I did get a chance to start on the outside in second place with this new restart zone rule in effect. And I thought I was going to get myself black flag because I was running 42 miles an hour on Joseph's door to try to stay with him. In hindsight being 2020, we probably should have tested this in such a tight circumference. I didn't foresee it. I don't think any of the other admin team foresaw having this issue. Now, for my money, the 32 win should stand because the 32 was also trying to follow the rule that there is no lagging back or lagging behind to get a run on a restart. So in the 32's head, he's trying to stay up with Mark like he's supposed to by the WOSCRL rulebook, okay, and get up and not screw the top line. Because you saw what happened when Allen restarted on the outside. Not to talk bad about my teammate, but just a good example that I remember because it's my teammate. He restarted in line with my back bumper in third because he didn't want to break the restart zone. So in hindsight, we probably should have tested this first and not used the restart zone tonight. That being said, he did trigger a black flag from iRacing. However, he was trying to follow the rule that we have set in place. We can't penalize a guy. And there's another rule about iRacing black flags, and everybody's in the voice chat complaining, but I'm giving my side because the officiating is not a joke. Had it been anybody else, I would have done the exact same thing and had Josh look at it because Josh looks at race control stuff from the booth. When Josh said that he's good, it didn't work to his advantage.
No, just real quick, I'm gonna chime in.
You can say that, but the restart, him doing that did not work to him.
I said it was close because it does look like he does go first, but then he slows down to let.
He's just trying. The way Martinsville works on a restart is you have one of two options. Without the restart zone, you run about 45 miles an hour and hang on the guy's door so you're even with him coming off the corner. Or with this restart zone, you restart even with fifth. I don't think the guy in second place should be restarting fifth. Now, that being said, going to address Marcus Cunningham directly, that your circumstance at Phoenix in a totally different league was different. You lagged back and then caught up. All Joseph did was try to maintain, even with the leader, like he's supposed to, because I have been on the radio 1,000 times in this league yelling about how guys don't form up because in the back it happens, right? So that's why I cleared the black flag. That's why I had admin look at it. Josh said it was close, which I'm going back and looking at my chat records now, and that's what he said. It was close. Tie goes to the runner in that situation. It was also lap 5. I don't know why we think that the 32 not serving a black flag on lap 5 affects the end of the race at lap 200. Yeah, he probably would have been a couple laps down, but at that point he would have been the only car a lap down. So he would have gotten we had a caution at lap 10. Would have gotten a lucky dog there, and he, as fast as he was tonight, he gets another lucky dog on the next caution, and he's back on the lead lap and fights his way through the field because he fought his way through the entire field on pit strategy. So all the guys in the Discord complaining, stop. That's the officiating rule. Officiating is not black and white. You got to play. We live in the gray here. So bottom line is, I know Mark's upset, but whatever. I don't know why you can't be happy for your teammate. Marcus is upset because of something that happened in a totally different league, and I saw the incident, and it's not the same. And everybody else that's upset, which only seems to be Mark because he didn't get his 8th win, and I don't think he's actually that upset. But is Josh Kreider, and I'm not even going to go there. So that's why we cleared the black flag. And
Yeah,
if we hold this to a vote, my vote goes full transparency. My vote goes in favor of the 32. Man won the race.
I'll jump in here because I still have iRacing up, so I'm looking. I wish I had a way that I could share this with you guys. On the first restart,
What lap was it, Bobby? Let me look at it again.
The first restart was lap 6 going into 7. And
Right.
Joseph stays at 40 miles an hour, and he goes into turn 3, maybe half a truck behind the 6. When they come off turn 4, he's more than a truck behind. He's almost even with the third place truck on the inside. That's him staying, and he's actually creeped up to 41 miles an hour. He's dead even with the 88 when the restart goes. So that's the first restart.
Okay, where's the second? The second's going to be lap 13 coming to 14. And this is the one everybody's got a problem with. I don't know if you guys can. Are you guys pulling this up on the broadcast? Pull this up on the broadcast because I kind of want to. It's lap 13 coming to 14. I kind of want to go through this with you step by step here and why I made the decision that I made. Because
yeah,
as much as these guys want to backseat officiate, they can't hardly drive. So
Don't think it was that one.
yeah, so the first
he's
two
rolling
restarts,
42, 43.
and he's losing ground to the 6.
I'm sorry,
Pretty
it's lap
dramatic.
14. Yeah, it's
Right.
lap 13
And
coming to 14.
he ends up side by side with the 88 when the 6 launches on the restart.
And he's only running 41, so it's not like he's doing anything to gain a competitive advantage. Maybe it's the next one.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. Because this is the lap that didn't count. So Skylar 23 coming to 24.
Yeah, this is where he gets the black flag because he's going much faster. He's trying to maintain with the side of the 6. And to me, the 6 takes off and still gets a good jump on it.
Well, I think
42, 43. He doesn't crest any more than 42 miles an hour.
Now, I think the reason iRacing gives him that penalty is because he does launch first.
He did, yeah. Now that I see that. But
he does give it back. That's why this is such a
It was-
gray area, because he gives it right back.
yeah.
It's like literally a quarter second of him blipping the throttle and then immediately coming off of it because he realizes the 6 hasn't gone yet. So, I mean, I think if anything, his restart, he actually lost ground to where he would have been had he not done that.
Yeah. What he didn't gain him a lasting advantage. Well, let's go F1 stewards here. It's 47 right there. And
He only increases he goes from 43 to 48 and then holds and then Mark jumps and goes.
so he is going. Man, that is so. And you guys got to remember, I'm making this call from 19th. So that's the other thing. Like, I could see, like, the first restart especially, I could see why you'd have an issue. And, you know, in other races, starting up towards the front of Martinsville, I know how it works. The guy on the outside is going to be going faster through turn 3 and 4 after the pace car dives off. The issue really starts when the restart zone and pace speed for P2, and you know this is obviously a bigger issue than just our league. This is iRacing, but I don't know. It's a tough call. I think I made the right call in the moment. I think I made the right call looking at it. Again, And I mean, now in the moment, I didn't realize he jumped early because I have, the standings up and I saw the 6 in front and the 32 like 2/10 back coming through the first sector when I cleared the penalty. So I figured he's just rolling up to keep up with him. I didn't realize he jumped early. Obviously, that changes things a little bit, but
I think in terms of any kind of like a jump early, even at that, I would question, like, as I'm clicking through, I mean, yeah, he hit the throttle maybe a 0.2 of a second before the 6 did, but as I'm going frame by frame, I've got Joseph sped up to 45, Mark is at 44. Go one more click, Joseph's at 46, Mark's at 44. It's not, and literally I click 5 more frames, and now Mark is going faster than Joseph. Like, it's literally 5 frames on
Right.
the camera speed that Joseph was quote unquote jumping. And I think there's a spirit of the rules, and then there's a hard and strict interpretation.
Well, I think
I'm going
it's
to
time-
stand by the call I made. Go
Alrighty,
talk to
man.
Joseph. I've
Yeah, we're
taken up
gonna-
enough of his
yeah.
time. I'm going to stand by the call I made. Thanks to Highside Bumper Thumper Traction Compound, Mom, sister's boyfriend for watching, everybody. You guys for putting on a great broadcast. This Discord for keeping me up at night. Not really. And appreciate you guys putting the lead.
Righty, man. Well, we'll see you next week. Be in touch.
Yes, sir. Later.
Alrighty, Joseph. That's a long wait, but we're finally in here. Obviously, a lot of drama around this restart. What's your take on it?
I mean, I was just trying to stay even with Mark, and then I realized that I still had a little bit of a gap, so I was trying to get even with him, but I didn't realize that we were already in the box whenever I did that. I mean, I seen what you guys went over there. In the moment, I didn't even really realize that I even did that, because I was just more focused on trying to keep even with Mark and trying to keep speed with Mark to where I'm not screwing up everybody behind me and losing 2 spots on a restart, or losing two spots distance-wise to Mark there. So, I don't know. I mean, if I get a penalty, I get a penalty, but in the moment, I was just trying to not screw everybody, because that outside line, I mean, you're running to stay with him. I'm sitting there running like 42, 43, 44 miles an hour just to try and even stay even with him. So, I was just trying to I don't know. The rule book says to not lag back and to be even, and then we have this where you can't go over the speed, and it's like I don't really know which one to follow. So, I don't know. I don't really think it would have changed the standings anyways, because it was so early in the race, I would have got the laps back. And on top of that, I think we would have just been right back that same way anyways. I mean, I worked through the field 3 different times tonight on pit strategy, so I don't see it being any different personally. I don't know. I mean,
well, let's move on from that. Obviously Mark got that speeding penalty. If he didn't get that, do you think you would have beat him straight up there at the end?
I think we could have. I mean, we were really even there at the end. It seemed like once he got around Brian and he got within like about a half a second to me, it seemed like he couldn't quite get there. I decided to do something different with my line, and it seemed to be really working. He didn't seem to be able to get to me, whenever we had that long run. So I was kind of hoping, like, as long as I can kind of do what I was doing and just kind of rolling the corner a little bit better than he was and just getting good. It seemed like he was getting into the corner harder than I was, but I was able to drive off. So I think I was just trying something different and it was working. I mean, it sucks that Mark got the speeding penalty, but, me and him are both sitting there trying really hard to get out of pit road quicker than the other. I mean, he still came back and finished third. Yeah, third. So, I mean, it's still a good night for him and all that. I mean, I drove my butt off tonight to try and be up there all night and stay away from all the stuff in the back. And I hated losing the track position at lap 50 and taking tires, and I knew that I was taking a risk, but once I got through it the first time, I was like, okay, I can take care of this. I can come through anytime that I need to, and I'll be okay. As long as I'm just being patient and not overly aggressive, I can make the right moves, and that's what I did, and it worked out. So I mean, it was a good fight. I mean, me and Mark, again, I mean Richmond, and then this one, it's just like it just two really good fights. I think a little bit more time, he would have got back to me. Maybe I don't know. It just depends on how hard he would have fought with Brian there at the end of the race to get back to me. And then Brian with that video game style throw it into the corner like Kyle Larson at Darlington. I looked up in the mirror and I seen him coming like, what? Scared the crap out of me.
Sure. Bobby, you have any questions for Joseph?
This season's been just a hard-fought battle between you and the Six. You guys are teammates, but from my perspective, especially since I've been up in the booth, do you guys race each other harder and see it as... do you guys like take each other up another level when it's the two of you guys racing versus when you've got other guys around you?
I think that's completely clear. I mean, look at me and Mark. I mean, look at us at, look at us at Texas. Look at us at tonight, for example. I mean, we're well clear of third place just going at it, and we're taking each other to the next notch and the next notch and the next notch. I mean, same with Richmond. It was just, you kind of have to, if he gets to race a lot more and he gets to, whenever you have somebody that has the kind of repetition that you can have throughout the week and running multiple leagues, you've got to dial yourself up even higher, with only getting to race once or twice a weekend. I've got to sit here and be even harder and more aggressive to overcome that little bit of a gap in repetition. I mean, it's no different than, seeing somebody that's been out of the car and then going into the Xfinity Series and thinking they're going to win, but, they're running top 10. I mean, it's no different than that. That repetition, no matter the league, or even if you're just running official, it's going to be a completely different thing. So, I mean, we have to sit there and be better than one another. Like, you have to have that. It's just, he doesn't want to lose to me no more than I want to lose to him.
Yeah. But you bring home P1 tonight. First win of the season so far. Anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to say that took way too damn long to get that. We had a very rough month. I mean, 4 straight DNFs was just a gut kick to our season, and I think that shows in the points being, coming into night 39 points down. So it's just like, it's been a rough season. So to finally get this off my back and I can kind of start focusing on the next few weeks, it feels good. But one of the admins, I hate putting them in a tough situation. I appreciate them, taking the time and looking over it. Want to thank you guys for the awesome broadcast. Want to thank Red Camel Racing. They have amazing fire suits, helmets, all that fun stuff. They just got approved for 3.1A-20 now for their fire suits. So that's awesome for them to get that SFI rating up now. Want to thank Harpoon Designs for this beautiful scheme. Brantley did an awesome job. I don't know how he keeps up sometimes with everything that he's got to do with paint. So, I mean, awesome job by him. Want to thank Red Camel or Reaper Speed Labs, all their setup work. If you're looking for a setup this week at New Hampshire, they have 2 of the fastest laps in race trim this week. So you got to go try that. And I want to thank everybody for racing really hard tonight. It was a really fun race.
Alrighty, man. Well, next week.
Hold on. Before he leaves, I gotta give a shout out. 0X's tonight. Thank you for racing clean. Same with Jordan Crowder. You guys both had 0X's.
Yeah, I mean, somehow I made it through the field several times and not without sitting there getting caught up in something whenever the pitch strategy was going on. So yeah, it was that's an accomplishment, especially here.
Yes, sir. Well, tonight so far, unofficially the winner at Martinsville. We'll see you next week at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, thank you guys. I can't wait for next week.
All right, so heard from a lot of different people, right?
Yeah.
You got Mark Whitley in there now saying he also figured out a way to keep up with me without speeding later on in the race, so it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's that gray area.
We're going to be up all night.
Yeah.
We have a winner to declare official. As of right now, this results are unofficial, but yeah, welcome to League Officiating, right?
Yeah, and I gotta say something. The incident that a lot of people in Discord are talking about, Marcus was going 70 in a 45 or something like that, and Joseph was going like 42 or 43. So no matter what happens, they are completely different scenarios, and we are not playing favorites just because one is a rubbered up driver and one is not. So that mess needs to stop because it's getting pretty old.
You have it. All right. Well, we got some more people that want to be interviewed. I don't know what the two are going to say, but let's bring in Jordan. And he had a all night, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, Jordan. Well, a wild night for you, right? You bring it home P15. Truck had a lot of speed in it tonight, but only could get P15 tonight.
Yeah, man, it was super unfortunate. I went back and looked at the replay. I got to shout out Shelton. Man, he's one hell of a driver. And, it's kind of sad. I think I got to put Josh Kreider above Shelton now. I got to say, I think actually both the Kreider boys are better than him.
Well, we did see it. I did tell you, he did wreck the dog food out of you.
He did. I would have been okay with it. I get it's Martinsville, but for him to blatantly lie and say I cut him off and it was my fault, that's right down the line. Come on now.
All right, Josh.
When the announcers even say he did it, so I'm just gonna put it that way.
We saw a couple incidents with the 21 spinning out and all that stuff. Josh, go ahead.
Oh, imagine that.
So I saw you ended up parking it. What was the cause for that?
Well, I ended up getting a black flag for no reason. I went back and looked at the restart, and Josh Kreider, was on the outside, and there was just a huge lane in between him and the guy in front of him. I don't know if he was laying back or what happened. And on that restart, I went, and it gave me a black flag for no reason. I stayed in my line and everything, and I said it over the radio, but I wasn't confident. I didn't want to get in trouble for getting a black flag wave, but it was frustrating. That's what happened, and just a black flag when I shouldn't have got one, man.
Bobby, any questions for Jordan?
When you ended up kind of behind the eight ball there, getting that damage, did you think that you had a good chance to get it back on the lead lap and get back up there, or what did you need to break the other direction in order to have been able to make up that time? You made it up, and then it kind of fell apart there for you.
Just bad timing on the cautions, man. I stayed on that first one, took the wave around, and then we got that 30 lap green flag racing, of course, at the worst time, and I think the other Jordan went a lap down, and at that point, it went downhill from there because I was on old tires, and then that's when the black flag happened, and that's just it all went downhill from there. We'll just put it that way.
Alrighty, man. Well, anyone you want to thank tonight? No, it's not the finish you want, but
So thanks, friends, family, and you guys. I feel bad for you guys getting put in the position you are tonight. Ain't y'all's fault. I think everybody just needs to take a chill pill, take a step back. Ain't your guys' fault that happened with the restart. Stuff happens. But anyways, yeah, that's it.
alrighty, man. We'll see you next week at Canadian Tire.
Oh yeah, should be a fun one.
Alrighty, well, Jordan Hand, seems like he's not a fan of that 21 truck now.
No, not at all. Pretty big words there. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on them throughout the rest of the season, but yeah, definitely interesting.
As it was. So we got two more people that want to be interviewed. Of course, Marcus Cunningham is in here. He got a similar penalty, like you mentioned, Josh. Not not the speed wise, like you said, but for like the same thing, right? The black flag.
Yeah, it's a restart black flag. That's the only thing similar about it.
Okay. And of course, his was in a totally different series than this one. That's in a Monday night series, but we'll bring him up and see what he has to say. All right, Marcus Cunningham, Skylar up in the booth, man. You get a copy?
What's up?
All right, man. Well, we know you're not happy on the Discord. P14 tonight looks like you might have got DQ'd off the X limit. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's really just two things. the obviously the restart and the X limit. First thing with the restart, I mean, first of all, I just want to say it's a dumb rule. I don't think. I mean, the rule makes no sense at all. But if you're gonna have dumb rules, you gotta enforce it. You know, like it was enforced on me. The way I look at it, it's black or white. So he triggered the black flag. Now it was so early in the race. You know, you give him a black flag, he serves it. Probably wouldn't have changed much. I don't want to take anything away from him. I mean, he probably would have still won anyway. I just don't understand why, you know, we're just making stuff up as we go, you know. But I say we should do away with it. And the X limiter, I'm just racing hard with Foskett at the end. You know, I barely give him a bumper tap, and we both get DQ'd, so I kind of feel bad for him. And it ruined a good points finish for me. But I mean, other than that, it really wasn't that big of a deal. His black flag on lap, 5. But you know, I guess that's just the way she goes sometimes.
Sure, Josh, any questions for Marcus?
I'll pass my turn to Bobby.
Well, all I'll say is that I was not involved at all in the Phoenix thing. I didn't see it. So it would be very out of line for me to make a comment. Either way on that.
He did accelerate before the leader, which is exactly what I did. Neither of us passed the leader. I don't think any one of us should have got a black flag. But I think it's a dumb rule. I think as long as the leader goes and you follow suit, you should be good. Because he's right. You stack up the outside line for no reason. So.
Ready, man. Anyone you want to thank tonight? So I'll finish you on.
I want to thank my team at Rubber Dup. We're good. Trying to finish strong here. So see what happens. We got a road course next week, so I'm sure that'll be fun. But just want to make sure we see Mr. Consistency. Enforce the rules as they should be. But at the end of the day, it's a dumb rule. It's not a big deal. McWhorter won the race, so. But yeah, Lawrence just enforce the rules as they should be. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, man. We'll see you next week at Canadian time.
Yep. All right.
All right. Well, obviously not a happy driver there, but one more driver to interview. So let's bring him up. All right, Josh Kreider, bringing home P8 tonight, man. Wild night out there. How was your night?
Oh wow, I finished P8.
Yes, sir.
Oh damn, that's pretty freaking good. I didn't realize I finished 8th. Yeah, I was just kind of chilling in the chat. I didn't really know I was gonna be pulled in here. I was brushing my teeth, but hey boys, how's it going?
Well, you're in the what's to be interviewed, so.
Oh well, I guess I'm just dumb. Hi everybody. Hi mom. Hi dad. I love you all, and I love all of you guys. And wow, P8, that's pretty dang good. Shout out to Foskett, helped me out so I didn't get disqualified before the race. I appreciate that. With my paint scheme, I don't know what in the world was going on there. P8, come back from suspension, feels good. Thank you for all you guys do, and shout out to the world.
Alrighty, Josh. Any questions for Joshua?
No, not really. As it was a really good finish, P8. Good bounce back from suspension.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys, and don't forget illegal black flag waivers, and it's not a good thing.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll see you next week at Canadian Time.
Love y'all.
Right, always the very vocal Josh Kreider, right?
Yeah, I mean, as expected.
So, before we head out here, we're going to pull up these results. It's been a very long post-race show. Bobby still has to go do IRC stuff, so we got to get him out of here. Bobby, if you want to head over there, go ahead and give us your closing thoughts.
I guess my closing thoughts would be, it was a pretty entertaining race. Always love seeing the 32 and the 6 going at it. I think it's pretty clear that when they're around each other, they take each other to a whole nother level, and those of us watching, we're the ones who get the benefit of that. So even regardless of restart zones and all that, like the whole race, I was 200 laps of two of the best in the series trying to one up each other, and so that was pretty good. Good job by Underwood getting back up there. Good podium. It wasn't as much of a mess, I think, overall, as I think some of us were fearing. Josh, I'm not sure what our caution count ended up being, but I know the over-under, somebody threw out 11.5. I don't think we actually cleared it by that much. Where are we at? Probably about 14 or 15, maybe?
I think so.
So yeah, that was a pretty eventful race, pretty entertaining, and next week we're going north of the border and we're going road course racing. So we'll have some fun there for sure.
Sir, well, have fun in RRC tonight.
I'm gonna have to go steal the wife's Red Bull.
But anyway, Bobby Patrica signing out from Martinsville. Josh, we gotta wrap up these results here. There's a long post race show. Anyone else that sticks out there?
I mean, there's just a couple of guys. I mean, first off, I gotta say, I thought we did a lot better than I thought we were gonna do. So that's a big shout to the whole league. You know, there were a couple incidents that could have been avoided, but overall, really good throughout the whole field. Jonathan Smith, he was in a lot of stuff tonight, not of his cause, and he bounced back, finished P5, had a shot to get a podium, but a great run for him.
Yes, sir. I also have to give a shout out, Jacob Oubre, 7th. Another top 10 for him. He's been clicking those off this season.
Yeah, and he definitely won't near that most of the race. He was down at the back end of that top 10, so him to finish right near the middle of it's a pretty solid result for him, considering how the rest of the night went.
And you probably saw a post in the Discord, maybe let us look at it first before everyone's getting in a tizzy about it. It's restart thing.
Yeah, I think we got a meeting scheduled for after this, so we got some stuff to do after.
You have 2 officials calling the race, maybe let them get together where everyone gets in a tizzy about it. I mean, I've said repeatedly, it's unofficial.
Yeah, and the big thing is, Lawrence does a great job for what he can see, because he's actually racing. I mean, it's hard to race and officiate. I try to help as much as I can, but I'm also trying to focus on the broadcasting, so I can't fully hear everyone all the time, so in the case of Jordan Hand, that black maybe should have been cleared, but I didn't hear him say he got a black, so I couldn't have cleared it. So it's just the thing about how many we have officiating for us.
Yes, and we've talked, probably let it be known that we are looking at getting a race director. It's hard to, direct these races from the booth, in the truck, so it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's just hard to find someone who will commit for the full season.
Yes, sir. Well, we got to get out of here. Getting a long broadcast here tonight. Got to get out of here. Got to make sure our passports are ready. We're going road course racing next week for the first time ever at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, it should be a good one. First time in Canada. Second time out of the country, I believe, for us. And, maybe this sets up for the future, maybe going to Montreal. But Canadian Tire will be a fun one. And, hopefully we get a really good truck finish like we've had so many times in real life there.
Alright, folks. Well, we're going to sign off. We got some work to do. Got to make these results official. But right now, as they stand, Joseph McWhorter, Ron Underwood, and Mark Whitley are your podium at Martinsville.